Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of Lady Louise Windsor, one of the quiet stars of the British royal family. She's the daughter of Prince Edward and Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, and granddaughter of Queen Elizabeth II. But here's what makes her unique. Despite her royal lineage, Lady Louise has carved out a life that's surprisingly down to earth. She's not in the spotlight like Prince William or Harry, and she's certainly not in the headlines as often as Prince George or Princess Charlotte. So why is that? And what does her future look like in a monarchy that's slimming down its ranks? Let's break it all down in today's video. Lady Louise Windsor was born on November 8, 2003, at Frimley Park Hospital in Surrey. Now, this wasn't your typical royal birth with all the pomp and ceremony. Louise was born prematurely, and her mother, Sophie, went through a harrowing emergency cesarean section due to a severe condition called placental abruption. For those of you who aren't familiar, this is when the placenta separates from the uterine wall prematurely, which can be life-threatening for both the mother and baby. Louise was rushed to a neonatal intensive care unit, and it took a full week before Sophie could hold her daughter. This dramatic start to life set the tone for what would be an unconventional royal upbringing. And unconventional it was. Louise's parents made a big decision early on. They chose not to give her and her younger brother, James, the HRH, Her Royal Highness, titles they were entitled to. Why? Sophie later explained that they wanted their children to have as normal an upbringing as possible. In her words, "We try to bring them up with the understanding that they are very likely to have to work for a living." That's a refreshing break from royal tradition, don't you think? Instead of being thrust into the public eye from birth, Louise grew up relatively shielded from the spotlight, enjoying what her parents hoped would be a normal childhood. Now, let's talk about Louise's childhood and early years. One of the challenges she faced as a young child was esotropia, a condition where one or both eyes turn inward. It's a form of strabismus that can affect depth perception and vision. Louise underwent multiple surgeries to correct the condition. The first wasn't successful, but later procedures improved her eyesight significantly. Sophie has spoken about how difficult this was for Louise, particularly when she was young and in the public eye during family events. It's a reminder that even royals aren't immune to health challenges. Despite these challenges, Louise developed a close bond with her grandparents, Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip. Living near Windsor Castle allowed her to spend significant time with them. She shared a special connection with Prince Philip, in particular, over their mutual love of carriage driving. Yes, carriage driving, a sport that's as old-school British as tea and scones. Prince Philip was a legendary carriage driver, and he passed his love for the sport on to Louise. He even helped train her, and she became quite skilled at it. So much so that after his passing, Louise inherited his carriage and ponies. Can you imagine what an honor that must have been? It's clear that she meant a lot to him, and this shared passion only deepened their bond. Louise's teenage years were a mix of royal duties and academic pursuits. She attended St. Mary's School Ascot, where she focused on English, history, politics, and drama. And she excelled. This wasn't a case of a royal slacking off because of her status. Louise's dedication paid off when she earned her place at the University of St. Andrews, the same university where Prince William and Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, famously met. Louise is currently studying English literature, and by all accounts, she's thriving. Who knows? We might see her publish a novel one day. Imagine that. A royal author. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Louise has been taking steps to fully embrace the life of a normal student. She's been spotted working part-time at the university canteen. Yep, you heard that right. A royal serving up food to her fellow students. Can you imagine being in line for your lunch and realizing the person handing you your tray is the Queen's granddaughter? It's little moments like these that make Louise so relatable to the public. It's no wonder she's earned a reputation as one of the most grounded members of the royal family. But Louise isn't just a student. She's also exploring a potential future in the military. She joined the University Officer Training Corps, UOTC, at St. Andrews, which gives students a taste of military life without committing to full-time service. Photos have surfaced of her participating in training exercises, complete with camouflage gear and a serious look of determination. Could Louise become the first female royal to serve in the armed forces since Queen Elizabeth II during World War II? It's an exciting possibility, and it shows that Louise isn't afraid to step outside of her comfort zone. Of course, no discussion about Louise would be complete without addressing the ongoing debate about her future role in the royal family. With King Charles and Prince William pushing for a slimmed-down monarchy, There's been speculation about who will, and won't, be taking on royal duties in the future. Louise seems like a prime candidate. She's intelligent, poised, and already has a strong work ethic. But would she even want to step into a full-time royal role? That's the big question. Royal experts believe it's unlikely. Jenny Bond, a well-known royal commentator, has pointed out that Louise's upbringing was designed to prepare her for a life outside the royal family. And let's not forget, being a working royal comes with its own set of challenges. Constant media scrutiny, packed schedules, and the pressure of representing the monarchy on the world stage. It's not a life everyone would choose, even if they had the option. That said, Louise has proven time and again that she's capable of handling the spotlight when it matters. She played a prominent role during the funeral of her grandfather, Prince Philip, and has attended significant royal events like Trooping the Colour and the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Each time, she's carried herself with the grace and composure that you'd expect from a royal. So, what does the future hold for Lady Louise Windsor? It's hard to say. She's at a crossroads, balancing her studies, her personal life, and her royal heritage. Whether she chooses to step into a public role or forge her own path, one thing is clear. She's already making her mark as a modern royal. And who knows? Maybe one day we'll see her take on a bigger role in shaping the future of the monarchy. That's it for today's deep dive into Lady Louise Windsor's life. What do you think? Should she take on more royal responsibilities, or should she continue living a relatively private life? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more royal updates. This is ThroneTalk, signing off.